Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Matt and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. I thought this would be kind of a fun one. I have literally no experience painting. I've never painted any wheels, any cars, really anything. And I'm going to attempt a $75 paint job on my new track wheels for my NC 2006 Mazda Miata. Okay, so I got all the wheels on my back deck here, and I'm starting with a quick cleaning using all-wheel and tire cleaner. It's something that I've used in the past. It seems to work pretty well. So I'm going to clean them all up and then basically hit them first. I'm going to use some acetone to get any of the rest of that cleaning solution off. I'm going to scuff them up with some sandpaper in the areas that might need it a little bit, just by hand. This is a track setup, so I'm not worried about it being perfect. And then I am going to mask off, use the scuffing pad just to get a little bit better scuff to it, and pretty much then self-etching primer, sand the self-etching primer again to make sure that it's nice and smooth. And then I'm going to start hitting it with paint. First the black color paint, and then I'm going to put some gray over top of it to try to get more of a brake dust finish, like a dark, kind of like a dark matte gray. And then finally I'm going to use some matte clear coat. Okay, step one, wash the wheels. That is done. They're looking better than they have in a long time. They're still not perfect, but I'm not looking for perfect. I just want them to look a little more resistant to brake dust for the track. Don't really care if they look perfect or not, doesn't matter to me. Once those are done drying, I'm gonna lay some cardboard down underneath them and some towels and such, and I'm going to start kind of scuffing them and then laying some paint down. If you wanna know perfectly how to do this, watch a different video. If you wanna see some interesting results from a literal nobody in the painting world, keep watching. First, I need to mask off the wheels, and then I'm basically gonna go kind of over them with a Scotch-Brite pad, scuff them up a little bit extra, go with primer, wait 10-15 minutes, and then start in with the paint. It should work out okay. I'll use some of the fine grit sandpaper for any little parts of it that, parts of the wheels that just don't look quite smooth enough, and then I'm just gonna go at it with paint and just see what happens. I almost forgot one important step. You need to wipe it down with either paint thinner or acetone first, just to make sure you get any kind of particles off the wheels before you start masking and painting. Time for the masking tape. Okay, we are done masking. That's as much as I'm gonna do because I don't really care that much if they get a little overspray on the tires. It's not the end of the world. It took me like 15 minutes just to mask off the wheels, maybe 20 minutes. But yeah, let's start laying down some primer, and then yeah, we'll see how it looks as we go. The first coat of, well actually probably the only coat of this self-etching primer is on the wheels. Let me show you that. I just sort of did it to the whole wheels. I don't know if I was really supposed to do that or not, or just the parts that were exposed aluminum, but I don't know. I don't think it could hurt anything. And if it can, you guys will have to let me know in the comments. Yeah, so I'm gonna let those dry and go charge my phone up a little bit because it is dying, and then I will be out to Scotch-Brite and start laying down paint. So it occurred to me that I was supposed to scuff the wheels before putting the primer down. I guess I've already done the primer, so I don't know. What's the worst that can happen? I'm just going to start painting, and we'll see how it turns out. I don't know. First coat, as always, very, very light from what I've heard. So I'm going to do a super light coat, and then I'm going to start laying down progressively heavier coats. One thing with these wheels that I'm doing, I'm not doing just a flat black. I'm starting with flat black, and then I'm going to be adding like this kind of medium to dark gray over top, because I'm hoping that'll give me like a really, really dark gunmetal gray kind of color, which I think will blend well with the brake dust. As you can tell, it's really hot. You can probably see my face is all flushed and I'm sweaty. Been standing out there in like, you know, 90, 95 degree heat this whole time. So I'm taking a little breather for a second, and then we're going to be right back at it. Here we go. First coat of paint, it's going down. Okay, I'm gonna let that first coat sit for probably 10-15 minutes and then start in on the rest of them. I'm gonna jump ahead to the very end because I don't think you guys need to see a whole bunch of fast forwarding through painting. See you in a few seconds. Gray turned out a little lighter gray than I thought it was going to be based on the color that was on the can. So I think what I'm going to do is just add a super light coat on top of this with the black and see if that can kind of, I don't know, like kind of darken up the gray a little bit and make it more like a super dark gray. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna work, but this is probably gonna be my last coat either way before clear coat. I'm going to add the clear coat now. I went back over it with one layer of black over top of the gray, and I think it looks pretty good. I'll show you guys what it looks like after I get the clear coat on. I'm kind of sick of painting at this point, so I'm just gonna try to get it done and show you guys the end result. I'm going to peel all of the masking tape off and show you what these wheels look like. I'm really excited because I think they look kind of cool. I like it. Here are my wheels. I think they look sick. They're this kind of dark gray that almost, like depending on how the light's shining on it, it almost shifts into like this bronzish, blackish color. I don't even really know what to call this color, but I really like it, and I'm going to get them on the car in just a few minutes. I let the wheels cure overnight, and then I set them out in the sun again today for a little while just to make sure that paint dries fully. But let's take a look at the finished results. I'm pretty happy with it. It's going to be a great track day setup, and honestly, it looks pretty good with dark wheels. So here she is in all of her Miata glory. The wheels, like when they were silver, looked really basic and boring. But I feel like with this dark kind of gunmetal color, I don't know, it's helped it out a lot, like compared to fully stock anyway. I mean, it still looks pretty basic, but with the wide tires, I feel like it's all right. I like it. The wide tires really give it this kind of aggressive stance for a stock setup. It almost looks like if it were in a stock class, like for racing or something. Like maybe like an MX-5 Cup kind of thing. I think it's cool. I like it. With that, thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys, enjoyed it. This is kind of realistic expectations for what you can expect as far as spray painting your own wheels. Just for the record, I used engine paint because I wanted it to withstand really high heats on the track. It's possible maybe the wheels get hotter than 250 degrees on the track. I don't really know for sure. So, but because it's possible, that's why I went with the heavy duty engine paint. Yeah, you guys can do this too. It cost me like probably $70, I think it was. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.